Hello, my name is Amanda Dounis and I'm from the Positive Thinking Clinic. What I've discovered is that it's just about essential to have some form of wellness kit for yourself. And so I've gone ahead and I've created one that can be adjusted to each client's or individual's needs. So that way it can become personalized. Basically, a wellness kit can be used as an aid to stay well. And so you allow flexibility and you make changes as you see fit. A wellness kit can help you identify your own accessible resources to help keep you well. So I like to say, once you devise your own wellness kit, as detailed or less detailed as necessary for any given time or stage in your life, I think it needs to be evaluated and adjusted regularly just to move with the changes that occur in your life. Getting well and staying well is a process. So please be patient and allow life to take its course, and so that you can have an opportunity to exercise your new and evolving coping skills. Allow setbacks to become learning experiences and ask support if you need it. Support from friends, family, your doctor, or any other professional who you trust. I've created what I believe are essential strategies for one's wellness. And you would like some more than others, as do I, and you can definitely modify them to suit you. And so you can use it as a guide. I actually give this wellness kit template to my clients and they do what they wish with it. They can go away and work on it by themselves, or together with me under my guidance, we can work on it together. Anything goes. In my wellness kit, I also have links that go to different resources. So that way you've got one document, you click and you get access to something on a different trustworthy and very resourceful or reliable website as well. But you use it as a guide and it does not replace therapy. It's simply a resource, a handout with just different avenues, different pathways, because when we actually have a plan, then we know we're on the right direction. And if that plan doesn't work, then we know we can change that as well. So my wellness kit is quite simple and very easy to follow. And so it's suitable and adjustable for different ages. Things that are inside my wellness kit are breathing. The main point to learn from breathing is that to calm yourself down, you need to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. And the way this is done is by ensuring that your exhale is longer than your inhale. Quite often, when I speak to anybody who tells me that they use breathing as a technique for their wellness or to calm them or to ground them, I find that they're taking a deep breath in and not saying much about what they do with their out breath. But I know that it's your exhale, which needs to be longer than your inhale, that is extremely important. So, for example, you can use a guide like breathe in for 2 counts and out for 4 counts, or in for 2, out for 6, and so on. Or you can do it as a visual. This works really well with kids, where you say, just pretend you've got like a hot chocolate and you just want to cool it down, and you just take a long, slow outward breath. Or imagine you're blowing out candles on a cake. Again, that's a long outward breath. And the most important thing, I think, is to practice this technique whilst you're calm. Because I think you'd agree that if we're in a aroused emotional state of panic or overwhelm, to retrieve the rules of, oh my goodness, how do I need to breathe right now? We become quite confused if we're overwhelmed with emotional stress. And so if we practice whilst we're calm, then our unconscious mind will retrieve this as our resource, and it will do it as it needs it. So practicing your breathing technique several times a day whilst you're calm is what I recommend. Also in the wellness kit is kindness. Think of something that you can do as an act of kindness, and be regular with your kindness. Be kind to people, to animals, to the earth, and even the universe. Don't forget, most of all, to be kind to yourself as well. You may wish to make a list of kind acts that you could use as a guide. And being kind helps you feel good as well. And when you feel good, that's wellness. Also in the wellness kit is hypnosis. I'm a hypnotherapist, and so I do see the positive in hypnosis. Hypnosis is natural and it's organic. It's something you can do to yourself. You can simply find a hypnosis track on YouTube that you can enjoy, or you can go to a hypnotherapist and record your own hypnosis audio so that you can listen to when you go home. Also on my wellness kit, and it's in my YouTube channel as well, I explain what hypnosis is, because you don't know what hypnosis is until you've been taught what it is. So if you are new to hypnosis and you don't know what it is, I guess you can search. I have a blog on hypnosis and how I use it and how I explain it is. And I also have it as a YouTube explaining how it is. Or you could just reach out to me and I can send it to you. You can contact me on amanda@positivethinkingclinic.com.au. Also in my wellness kit, I've got being present. When you go for a walk, be there for the entire experience. When you go visit somebody, be there too. When you are with someone, be there and not on the phone, because we know over the last 10 or so years, the common complaint is everyone is just on their phone. I see people at restaurants, at cafes, at parks, they're together, but they're on their phones, their own phones. So nothing wrong with that if it works for you, but also being present, I think it's something we're losing touch with. So to improve your wellness, be aware of when you need to be present. Now, being present doesn't mean you can't think of the past or the future. It is okay to think of the past and the future, but try and spend most of your time in the present, because the past and the future really is no place to live. It's a place to bring up memories and to remember, and it's also a place to plan for the future. So planning is a great thing to do as well, but just don't forget to be present. Otherwise, you just do miss the present moment. Food. I have food in our wellness kit as well. Food is your medicine. Real whole food is always the best option. Be mindful of portions and learn your body how it responds to different foods. Mood follows food. Have you not noticed that? So even in my clinic, I like to do a food and mood diary where clients get to take that home, fill that out for 3 days, and believe it or not, they come back and they've learned something about themselves just by filling that out. So let's not take the power of food for granted. Also in my wellness kit, I have sleep. I have YouTube on checking on your sleep hygiene. And that's really useful, especially if you have trouble with sleep. It goes through what to do and what not to do, or how to make improvements just before you get ready for bed. Sleep time is not a time for worry and rumination, even though it's quite popular to do so. Try sleep around the same time each night. Be aware of any stimulants that may be interfering with sleep. Alcohol is not good for sleep. It ferments in your stomach and it does tend to wake you up in the middle of the night. Just be aware. I'm not saying don't drink alcohol. Just be aware there's things that we need to modify in our lives when we need to make some improvements. There's even for people who are so stimulated because they're always on their phone or on devices or on their laptops doing emails or work or whatever they're doing, there's glasses that block out the blue light that people may find useful as well. I guess there's a lot of tips out there, and you put in your wellness kit things that suit and serve you. Exercise. Regular exercise is very useful for wellness, both physical and mental. Even 10 minutes a day is good enough if it's new to you. A walk is good enough. Now, have a think. If you're the type of person that will say, I don't do any exercise, maybe it's time that you set some goals to become more active. And it's just small steps at a time. Some people are very active and some people are beginners. And that's why it's really good to do what's going to suit you right now and then adjust that as the weeks go by. Also in my wellness kit is mindfulness. Mindfulness is a wonderful grounding technique. Be present and observe without judgment. That's just one of my favorite statements. It just helps you accept and just be, and you're neutral. You don't have to be extremely happy. The whole point is not to be excited or to become more positive. It's actually just to be neutral and satisfied and content with that. You can practice mindfulness with your eyes closed or your eyes open and engaged in an activity, for example, walking or eating. Try it. I have on my YouTube an example, and it's called Mind Vacation. And if you actually had my wellness kit, you'd be able to click on it and go directly there. But you can go on any YouTube and just search different mindfulness audios that you can listen to and practice yourself. You can be creative and create your own as well. Another component of my wellness kit is journaling. Journaling is a great tool. I've written about the benefits and the considerations of journaling. So again, if you had my wellness kit, you'd click on it and would go straight there. Journaling is good for expressing, for planning, and for reprocessing. It serves different needs for different people. And so I wonder what it can do for you if you think about it. I have tips on being the best version of you via journaling. And the reason why I created these tips is because when I have heard feedback from individuals who do engage in journaling, and I ask them, what is it mostly that you journal about? I find that the answer is my feelings and my anger and things that have upset me. So whilst that's great, if it's the only thing that you journal about, then I think that needs to be reconsidered and perhaps modified. So I like to say, also journal about what you did like and what you were grateful for, and journal about how you want to be, who you want to be, and the good things about you as well. Because I think it's only fair to our mind, especially our unconscious mind, that what we write serves a purpose for a direction towards wellness rather than a means of just letting go of anger and the yucky things that we experience. So be sure to journal positively as well. Also in my wellness kit, I have goals. Set goals and then break them up into small tasks which you can handle easily. Big, overwhelming global goals, if they don't have steps or smaller tasks, then they're mostly considered as dreams or wishes. So if you really want them to be goals, break them up into doable tasks, reasonable timelines as well. Set goals for health, money, exercise, socializing, reading, and whatever you desire. I even have a doodly on YouTube on SMART goals, a really fun way just to look at how you can learn how to create the right goals and work through them. Also in my wellness kit, I have gratitude. When is it a good time for you to practice gratitude? You can be grateful for different things when you wake up, before you sleep, or during the day. You may wish to write down what things that you're grateful for. And there you have it. You're practicing gratitude. Forgiveness is also in my wellness kit. Sometimes the only way to set yourself free is to practice forgiveness. Believe it or not, it's rather therapeutic. Forgiving someone who has wronged you doesn't mean that it makes it okay. They don't even need to know. Forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you to feel and to be free. Now, it sounds good, so it's easier said than done. So if there is something that you need to work on, I really recommend and suggest you do this under the guidance of a professional. And know also that forgiveness can also involve forgiving yourself as well. Water is also on my wellness kit. Staying hydrated can stabilize normal hunger and appetite, mood. Quite often, if you're dehydrated, you may have a headache. Sipping regularly throughout the day is much better than taking big gulps during different parts of the day, if possible. Sunshine. Sunshine can be useful in regulating mood and being present. Sunshine assists with improving anxiety and depression. Vitamin D deficiency is often present with anxiety and depression, amongst other illnesses. 20 minutes or so of sunshine can be part of your wellness plan. Even the winter sun. And I'm not talking about that extreme sunny, hot day. I'm just talking about just light, kind sunshine. Also in the wellness kit are thoughts. Some people say you are what you eat, and I like to add, you are what you think. Choose your thoughts and keep them healthy and neutral. They can be positive, encouraging, reassuring, pleasant, and so on. Instead of fighting negative thoughts, you can try crowd them out with better thoughts. That's quite often better than trying to say, oh, I've got this constant thought and I just keep fighting it. Well, add other thoughts that you'd rather have. I also have a link on my handout, which goes to cognitive distortions, or another word for that is twisted thinking. And it's a really fun, easy way to see all the different ways we can muck up our thoughts, like catastrophizing unnecessarily. Again, and I really recommend that. I've made that colorful and easy to use, and you can practice your own examples on it. So if you do want a copy, just email me at amanda@positivethinkingclinic.com.au. Next on my wellness kit is connections. Connections are important for overall wellness for any age. The most important connections are human connections. Even if you don't feel like connecting with someone, it's still important for your wellness. I have tips on connections as well. Also, connecting with others will be helpful for them as well. Next on my wellness kit is happy place. It's always useful to create and refer to your happy place, no matter what your age. Create your happy place. It can be a real place that you've been to, or you can create your own one. Having a happy place that you can visualize when you want can help you calm down or move away from other thoughts or of distress. Having a safe container, and I'm talking about something that you imagine, so it's mental imagery. That's also my wellness kit, because you can create a container in your own mind. Let it be whatever container that you choose. I have some rules around this, and it must have a lid. It must not be attached to you, and it must be able to carry all of your stuff. When a worry comes to you at the wrong time, you can choose to visualize your container and put your worry in there. You can always open the lid and retrieve anything that you had put in there so that you can deal with it at a suitable time. Allow your container to help keep your mind clear and focused on the present moment. I also believe that you should have access to hotline numbers. And so in my wellness kit, I have a link, and it's for crisis help and support so that you can access national numbers and hotlines. In any emergency, dial 000. Next on my wellness kit, I have affirmations. Find some that resonate with you. Create your own affirmations that have meaning for you. You can Google them, you can share them with people, and you can use them whenever you need. Clutter is another thing on my wellness kit. Have you ever noticed how good you feel when you clean something or tidy something up? Clean your bag, take away clutter from your office, reorganize your cupboards, etc., etc. Write a list of what you need to declutter and slowly work on it and see how good it feels. I also have a mindful exercise on how to declutter your mind. It's on my YouTube, and it's also a clickable link on my wellness kit. Music. Music is also on my wellness kit. Music can be very therapeutic and relaxing. It can also be energizing and motivating. How can you use music for your own wellness at different moments of your day? Only you know that, and it's up to you to discover that. Books, podcasts, YouTubes, etc. Knowledge is power. Whether you listen, watch, or read, it's good for the brain. Choose something to enhance your wellness. You only need a few minutes on a regular basis to create a routine. You could do it just for 10 minutes a day, but at the end of the week, you can always turn around and say, for my wellness, I listened to this particular podcast, or I read one page in this book each day. Pets on my wellness kit. Pets can be great contributors to wellness for many people, but not necessarily all. So if you're not keen on pets, that's okay. You can just ignore this. If you have a pet, do you spend enough time with your pet? Stopping to spend time with a pet helps us be present and mindful. Next on my wellness kit are beliefs. We are what we believe. Do you need to change your beliefs to help change your life? If you do, I'm going to suggest do it with a professional. I also have a YouTube on beliefs, and it can help you become aware of what you may need to change about yourself and ways to make changes about your beliefs. And lastly, I have other things. Have a think about what you can also do to enhance your wellness. Could it be a blood test? Could it be counseling? Could it be reevaluating your job or your study or whatever it is? So I hope you found this video somewhat helpful. It's been put together with great thought and enthusiasm. Take from it what you think will suit you. If you need to get in contact with me, amanda@positivethinkingclinic.com.au or straight on my website, positivethinkingclinic.com.au. Thank you, and may you be able to create your own wellness kit.